And we should be streaming. I think.
Ah, exciting.
Is something happening? Just gonna check the Twitch. Nothing like a good stream start saying, Is it on? Is it on? Are we
Is it on?
online?
Is it
Are we live?
Can you hear me? Can
Is
you
that
hear
your
me
word?
out there?
Is the internet hearing me?
Talk to me, internet. Talk to me.
It's so difficult to explain what a stream is to like your grandmother when you tell them what you're gonna do today. Like so it's like TV but radio. It's tough. Anyway, welcome. Thanks, Jane, for joining our very, very first online Café Rolistes. As we are, what is it called? Self-containment, self-isolating, social distancing.
Yeah, socially distant. Yeah, it is nice to be here and to talk to, a face that's not my cat for a while. It's lovely.
Well, yeah, because sadly, is your cat a lot into tabletop role-playing games?
I mean, she's not into the good ones. Like she's all about like, wargaming and like heavy crunchy numbers. Like she loved edition 4E of D&D, but yeah, I just can't get her into a good game now.
She
It's
likes the
terrible.
minis,
Yeah, she
shuffling them.
likes the minis. She's all about the minis. That's the yeah. Damn cats with their short attention spans.
So you are among our very generous patrons. Did you ever check because Café Rollist is supposed to be a patron only bonus? I don't know if you ever checked one of them.
I every now and then dial into or not dial into them. Click on the link and listen through.
Cool.
Um,
Well, welcome.
Sometimes, yeah. Thank you.
So, what's up in your life gaming wise at the moment?
Gaming wise, lots actually. I think I'm playing more games now that I'm stuck at home than when I had the option to leave the house. So we have the tabletop network industry networking this Friday, which we are taking to Zoom. So hopefully we'll get a good crowd there. I've got some D&D this week. I've got D&D with my workmates this week, which could be terrifying. And I was doing a play test last Saturday of a new game that's going to be coming out, so I'm very excited about that.
So you're gonna play D&D online with your colleagues?
Yeah, we're going to play D&D over our work Skype, and hopefully I'll still be hired at the end of that session, so we'll see.
It's interesting because I receive a calendar invite from Persophilia, my wife, saying session zero D&D work. So they're starting a D&D group also at her work. I guess it's something happening right now in London. It's a way to socialize with your colleagues.
I think so, and I mean, you can't really play board games online, but you can play like role-playing games fairly easily, so we'll see. We'll see. It could be a good or a really bad thing to do with your colleagues. We'll see.
Yeah, I ran my very first Roll20 as game master session last week.
Cool. Yep.
Got difficulties telling the weeks from one another because I mean, thankfully my wife is not working during the weekend, but she's working from home, so
Yep.
and our 2 years old is a lot of work to take care of. So this show will be recorded, stream when he takes his nap, which is why we started a bit earlier today. Maybe we'll start later some other days. Where
I mean,
was
that
I?
makes sense.
Where was I going to with that?
You played on Roll20. What
Yeah.
was that like? What's it like to play on? Because I've never used it.
Well, it was okay. I mean, it was my first time game mastering online, but I played a few games with Encounter roleplay and different things, so it was not too alien for me. But
Mm.
uh, yeah, I geeked out a bit with Roll20 beforehand, so I created my slides with pictures. So it's Cats of Cthulhu, but it's set in North London, so I found pictures of back gardens in North London.
Nice.
Some of them I
Yep.
Photoshop, most of them I turned into not paintings, but I applied a graphic filter on them, so they got kind of a less photographic feel. And I even went on and did special dice because Cthulhu's got dice with little cat faces,
Hmm.
and rather than say, "Oh, is it a one or two?" I made it so that it appears and very clearly it tells the player if they succeed or not. So that was interesting, and I think I'm gonna
That's cool.
pull some other stuff. Maybe I'm gonna run a um. I don't know what was it called. I played a thing with Encounter Roleplay, and because I played it, I got a free digital package of I think it's
Ah,
Grinder Space, something done by
yeah,
Sean Austin. It was for Starfinder, but very grim. But I got all the
sounds
maps,
right. Yeah,
so I might I,
cool.
I might run that, but using Mothership as a system instead of Starfinder,
Yeah.
which is not really my thing. Are you gonna run that D&D game with your colleagues?
I'm not running this one. Luckily, we have another D&D player in my team, so he's going to run it, and I'm just going to sit there and cause problems, really, more than anything. But I've outed myself as writing a couple of games to my colleagues, so I think next I'm going to have to run one of my own games for them. So we'll see how they take to D&D first before we start making them pretend to be
Tell us,
wombats or dinosaurs. So we'll
yeah,
see.
tell us about that. The games you've been designing.
Um, I mean, it was just a mental exercise to stop myself going too insane. But I've had a bit of fun,
But
learning the mechanics of game from being on the other side. I appreciate playing a whole lot more now. But yeah, so I think my favorite that the first one that I did that I'm going to go back and apply some learnings to was essentially you're playing 80s style cartoon like action save the world heroes, except you're also dinosaurs. So that's what I'm getting more excited about, dinosaurs at the moment.
cool. I don't have my dinner. My son's got a T-Rex puppet. He really likes dinosaur. That sounds cool. I downloaded one. I wonder if I could run it on Roll20 because it uses a map. It's
Mm.
Escape from Dinosaur Island. It
Oh, that's cool.
and you build up the map of the island. You know, like your
Mm.
I don't remember what it was called in Jurassic Park, but you got your
Yeah.
isolated islands with your dinosaurs, and you come up with it's a PBTA or PBTA like game, so you
Oh yeah,
come
yeah,
up
cool.
with your stuff together as you go. Cool, but you didn't start designing games after the quotation mark current situation started, right? You were doing that already quite a while ago.
Yeah, I've been doing that for about 6 months now, 6 or 7 months now. Yeah, we don't say so. I mean, I know we need sanity from being locked inside all the time, but my day job is I'm an accountant, so I need kind of the creativity sanity from other, like I've always needed that. So
Oh, okay, that's
that's
what you meant.
that's where that comes from. Yeah.
Cool. So was what
Hmm.
was it called? Wombat. What was that yours?
So that it was so hand to hand wombat was from Ursi Dice, uh, but he let me do some terrible scribbles to illustrate it. So I've taken a little bit of the credit, and I like running it because it's quite. I mean, who doesn't want to be fighting wombats? It's
Art
fun.
by Jane Hermiston.
Art, art by Jane, if you can call it art, but yes, art by Jane.
I believe Wizard of the Coast been trying to reach you recently. That like the next monster manual be fully illustrated by you.
That's what I'm imagining. I mean, obviously there's something wrong with my phone because they haven't got through yet, but yeah, I expect the contracts any day.
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, I was reading Nibiru also, planning to prepare it, but I'm really struggling to read anything. I always it's been like that for a while,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
so yeah, one-page RPGs are really appealing at the moment. I should try running more of them. I got a game with RC Dice booked on Thursday actually.
Oh,
Um,
brilliant.
I don't remember which game it's supposed to be, but I'm like, I'm gonna play whatever he wants with him.
Yeah, dial in, play something. It's going to be fun no matter what, I'm sure.
Because if anyone is listening to that, if you check RC Dice on Twitter, I don't know if he has other platforms, but he will be running a lot of online games which are free for people to join. You just sign yourself in, and that's it. Did you sign up for one of these?
Yeah, I signed up for one, so I'm running, not running, but I'm playing in one Sunday. Um, Yeah, next Sunday. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think they should be fun. So he's starting up a Discord and yeah, making it quite a regular game thing, which will be really cool.
Actually, I had the last episode I released yesterday includes an interview with Ursidice in which I speak. I told her
Ah.
way too much for an interview, but but it's a long one. I think it's more than 20 minutes long as part of the episode, and it was the last one I recorded at Dragon Meet last year. And so
Oh, I think I remember that. You were both half asleep at the time.
yeah, yeah, you were probably we don't hear you in the interview, but I believe you were wandering around as we were recording. So it will be interesting that
Yeah, I was in the background somewhere.
you have not checked that one yet. I guess.
I haven't got to that one yet. That might be my Monday night listening, I think.
Cool. No, it was really really nice, and I really look forward playing with him. The Cat Tool actually replaced a playtest I was supposed to have for my own game,
Mm-hmm.
which is I guess I don't know. I'm shy sharing the title. It's called Paris Gondo: The Magic Art of the Life-Saving Art of Inventorying, in which a well-being lifestyle guru,
Mm-hmm.
trans-dimensional guru, advises adventurer on how to better organize their inventory with concepts which are like you should have a stone which reminds you of your mother, or if something doesn't spark joy, yeah, like this maybe very useful thievery kit you got. If it doesn't spark joy when you look at it, you should throw it away. So the whole point of the game is you start the game at the end of the adventure when you defeated the big bad evil guy or girl,
Mm-hmm.
and roll you roll the stats of some loot, and the players then work out a description for the loot based on the stats, and the stats are how useful it is or encumbering
Mm-hmm.
it is, of course, because some things are very encumbering. You could roll something as big as a piano, for instance. It's very difficult to carry around. And the last
Yep.
one is emotion, so you might be more or less emotionally attached to it. And when you
Okay.
play, so you roll these, you describe them, you've got a starting inventory, which is a deck of cards, and you swap them with the other players, and the new one you created, and when you've got your new inventory, you go on your journey home. So the first question is, will the group survive the journey all together?
Yeah.
That's where the usefulness of the equipment you kept plays. Then you work out if one individual something happened to them because they were too encumbered. Of course, they were hoarding stuff, so they were too heavy. So the bridge fell just when they were on it, and sadly they didn't make it home. And then for the last surviving, if you manage to make it home, you roll your emotion, depending on what emotional objects you kept, to find out
Yep.
whether or not you had a long and fulfilling life after that, or if you fell into some kind of sadness or spleen, which again is up to the player to describe that their character fell into because they really, really should have kept that unreadable stone tablet, for instance. That's in the starting
Yep.
inventory
Yep.
of the cleric. He's got an object which
Mm-hmm.
is very encumbering. It's a stone tablet, so difficult to carry around. Completely useless because it's a stone tablet that he's carrying around. But with somewhat of an emotional value because it's this stone tablet they've been carrying around and it's unreadable, so maybe it's got meaning. So maybe later they got rid of it and they're like, I was just missing a few points in emotion. If I had kept the tablet, maybe I would have found the meaning of life in it.
Wow, heavy stuff. I look
Yeah.
forward to playing that. That sounds really fun.
Well, thanks for advising on the names of some elements in the inventory. I already updated that.
Mm,
Actually, just before the
excellent.
pandemic, what I did is I remade all the cards on InDesign, ready to
Mm-hmm.
print, got the PDF, but I really don't see how to run that on Roll20 or something else, because you need to swap cards between players, which some of them you write on. So how would you
Oh,
manage
yeah.
that? I don't know. If someone is hearing that and is a Roll20 wizard, I'd be very interested,
Mm.
because that would be cool to be able to run it online as playtest. That would open up the potential players. But yeah,
Yeah, that'd be quite awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for that as well, kind of this something within Roll20 or outside of it where you can, I mean, not just share screens, but like share screens and swap thing, like have like cards that you can swap back and forth and multiplayer interact kind of via a web portal of some description. I'm sure it must exist somewhere, and I'm sure, I don't know. I have no idea about technology, so
just love. There's a light effect behind you, and there's your cat. But as the cat was stepping out of the window, which is oversaturated with light, it was really
yep.
looking like she was coming out of a portal of some kind.
I mean, she'd like to think that that's what she does. Like that's yeah, she lives for that kind of thing.
Are you developing anything at the moment yourself? Anything new?
I'm I'm halfway through a little mini game, like a quick creation at the moment, which is a game for a friend. So it's about ravens starting up their own hipster coffee shop. But I've got to figure out a way to play it online because there's no point developing anything for face to face at the moment. So we'll see how we go.
Sorry, I'm just looking at. Oh, yeah, we've been talking, but the video capture is not working. we, we, we've been replaced by a small line. So, sorry, you were saying.
We've been replaced by Uncle. Oh, no one else has got to see my cat portal. Damn.
No, that's such a. We need the cat to do it again. I'm gonna do it in a much. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna cheat.
Ooh.
We knew at this. Anyway, that's the conversation which matters. Is it working
It
now?
is. The technology is all about learning, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people learning right now. It's quite impressive. I
Mm.
think. I don't know. Have you noticed? I mean, I assume you have. I've noticed a lot of new players, or rather, old tabletop role-playing gamers doing the jump
Mm.
on Roll20, Zoom, and all of that, and playing online. Have you